Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Good evening. My name is Wahida Dean. I am a shaman, a psychic medium, and an energy practitioner. Welcome in this week to the Shaman's Call. This is a space of healing, of growth, of talking and learning about new metaphysical tools, very much in tune with source, with my power animals and my guides in order to help clear shamanism. Shamanism is a really great tool and a really great way to focus in and heal a lot of pain and a lot of trauma that we've been through for years now. So, I am live today on Facebook and Instagram. So I just want to make sure that everything is working, and I think we're good. All right. So we're actually going to go ahead and get into our topic today. So for our topic, my guides wanted to talk about prayer and protection. Now, protection in itself, you're going to see different things from different practitioners and holistic wellness coaches. There are some mediums who lay in the art of we don't need protection, that we only connect with things from the highest of light, from the highest vibration. And I think that that's fantastic for those people. I, however, do have the opportunity, I guess you could say, to work with things from different types of energy fields. You could call that a dark medium, but I'm really a medium who can talk to anything. So a lot of things come across my plate. So I'm pretty aware of when I enter spaces and I pick up information that I don't really want to pick up. You know, a lot of us are walking through life feeling anxiety, feeling stress, feeling disconnected, and it has a lot more to do with the energy around you as opposed to your own energy. And that is what we call empaths. That is what we call people who are just really prone to feeling the energy around them. The new children that are being born are born with ADHD. They're born with autism because they can feel and sense so much more in the world than we can. So us as teachers, we get to be the people who educate that generation and this generation's parents of, how to navigate those things. So a couple of the tips that I want to talk about tonight, you can find in my Art of Protection blog. You can visit my website, www.metaphyxwellnesscenter.com, for the blog series. We're on week 3 this week, so that blog will be coming out today. But we're going to go back to part 1. And part 1 is talking a lot about energetic hygiene. So there are some things that you can do every day when you wake up. You can even do them right now as I'm talking. And the first thing is going to make sure that you are grounded. So from the moment you wake up, don't touch that phone, put that thing to the side, and go ahead and allow yourself to put your feet on the floor. And I always like to say 3 things that I'm thankful for first. And imagine roots that are coming out of the bottom of your spine, the base chakra that you have, which is called your root chakra. And imagine roots just coming out, going, swirling down your legs, whether they're in your legs, outside of your legs. There's no right or wrong way to grow roots. But you just want to allow it to come out of that base chakra. You can even envision them as red and allow them to come out and down your legs and go deep into the earth. Once it hits the earth, you are connected to nature. You are grounded. You can go as far as pulling your roots all the way down to the core of the earth, going through the different layers of the earth, if you truly need to make sure that you're here and you're present. One of the things that happens, Spirit is reminding me to tell you, when we're in the dream state, is that we have these dreams and we go to different places in different times, different dimensions, different realities, and we remember them as dreams. And so in the morning, you kind of have to come back. Excuse me. You want to come back into your body and allow yourself to actually click in to where you are. And so how you do that is you start out with grounding. After grounding, you want to take a couple of deep breaths to see and imagine a bright, holistic, beautiful white light coming in through that crown chakra, illuminating your crown chakra, illuminating your third eye. And if you don't know about chakras, you want to have it come into the top of your head, Move down your forehead, down your face, down the center of your body, down your neck, and continue to breathe and send that light down your shoulders, your back, your chest, your stomach area, and again into those hips and that root and down those legs. What you're doing is you're allowing all of the things that you were stressed and anxious about to filter out of your body with that light. So as you breathe in that light, you're breathing out any of the heaviness and the yuckiness that you've been experiencing. Outside of that, you then want to see that light just burst around you like a big ball of energy and light surrounding you. After you've got this nice swirl of bright, clear, luminous light surrounding you, you want to have it turn into a shield. Now, when you turn it into a shield, your job is not in particularly to block, unless you do need to block. As an empath, a thing that gets really confusing sometimes is that we want to block or push away energy. Well, that's like telling your ears not to listen, right? That's just crazy. You can't really always do that. You can have some really good, strong headphones, right? And that can filter the noise that you see. So what you want to envision around you is a big black obsidian glass rock or solid crystal that's around you. So that black obsidian is going to filter through the things that you receive throughout the day. So when you're around people, you're not going to feel all of their feelings all the time. You're going to be grounded. You're going to allow, when you do feel that energy, it'll move through your body and into the earth. And it won't get stuck in you. It won't cause you stress and anxiety just because they have stress and anxiety. All right, you feel me? So when you create this bubble around you of black obsidian, black tourmaline, any heavy crystal that you assimilate with will protect you. You can also use mirrors. Like, I love a solid mirror ball. So put up mirrors all the way around you. So then whatever comes to you gets reflected back off into them. You don't feel it. You don't deal with it. It just goes straight back over there. You can also, if you work with your angels, connect with your angels and your angel team in the morning. And we're going to talk about that a little bit in prayer, and ask them to place a crystalline, solid crystal, angelic crystal ball of light around you. That is virtually impenetrable when you're working with the angels and the angel level of healing. So I love, love, love using that as an option and an opportunity for you. Outside of placing your bubble on in the morning, you're going to want to feed good things and good thoughts into your mind. So this could mean going into a meditation. This is the perfect time after you've been nice and cleared and nice and grounded for you to welcome in the energy of your spirit team or your spirit guides, or just sit in silence, sit in meditation. Some of the sounds that I like to listen to are called solfeggio sounds, and you can Google or YouTube solfeggio sounds. They are really great at providing us with a space of tone that will take us to that theta state of brainwave activity. And once we can let our energy go to that theta state for 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, you're going to feel so much more whole, so much more able to address and deal with the things that are coming at you. It just lowers your energy and strengthens your energy field in such a way that it doesn't even feel like those things matter anymore. So I recommend the 472 megahertz. I'm pretty sure it's 472, 421. If you Google 400 range megahertz, you'll find the one that's going on. What this is going to help you with is to help you feel spiritually aligned. When your aura is cluttered or compromised, you're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel fatigued. You're going to have random mood swings. You're going to feel just off or disconnected from your intuition. Like you don't even know like what to do next. And you're going to have persistent thoughts from others, because a lot of times when we interact with people, there is an imaginary cord that goes from me to you. that when we are working with and communicating with people on a regular basis, like our coworkers, like our family members, we are corded into them and we're not aware that we're corded into them. And so when we leave them and we're still thinking about them and worrying about what they said and worried about what they talked about, we need to actually disconnect and cut the cord with them so that we release their energy from us. There's multiple ways to do that. I like a good clean cut is what my spirit team showed me works well for me. You can also have the energy of burning. So you can burn your cord from them and burn their cord in you, because it's like a two-way street, I guess you could say. There's a cord that you have to pull out and release from you and from them as well. So cutting kind of just does all that for you. That will help with your anxiety, with your stress, with your insomnia, with a lot of things. The other thing you saw me do is a smoke cleanse. So one of the things you want to do in the morning is to light a little bit of sage or Palo Santo, whatever your choice is. Sage isn't for everyone. We know that. So if sage is not what you use, if it's cedar, if it's any other herb, just go ahead and any other herb, go ahead and use that. And as you sage, you're asking for your energy to be cleansed, to be cleared, and to be released back into the light. All right. One of my favorites from my shamanic path is Florida water. So I always have Florida water. I have different kinds. Tobacco, rose is my favorite. And regular Florida water too. You drop a couple in drops in your hand. You rub it together, clap, clear your energy, rub on your forehead, your neck, your chest, your arms, and cleansed and clear. Nice to go. Always breathe it in. You can also use essential oils here too. So placing some essential oils on your wrist for the day, rubbing them into your crystals will keep your energy clear and keep it in a high vibration. When your energy stays in a high level of vibration, things cannot attach to you. Things like people, things like other things that are out there. Exit, stage left, is what I like to say. All right. Then your shield is doing well there. Yeah. So protection and prayer. Now, one of the prayers that I in particularly like to use, I have a couple, but my spirit team really wanted to let you know about prayer today. And so I can already feel my guide stepping in. So one of the prayers is to Archangel Michael. And so here's a really short, sweet prayer that you can use in the morning. Just take a couple of deep breaths and close your eyes and you say, "Beloved Archangel Michael, I call upon you now, surrounding me with your divine blue flame of protection, cutting all cords of fear and attachment that no longer serve my highest good. Shield me from all lower energies, fill me with courage, strength, and divine light. Guide me on my path and help me stand in my truth. And protect my energy field from all harm. Thank you for your presence, your guidance, and your unwavering love." And so it is. That's a really short and sweet one. My guides actually downloaded a prayer of protection for me today. And I'll share a portion of that with you. I call on my light, my ascended masters, my truth, to bring in healing, harmony, and a clear mind and soul. Work on my behalf and protect me today and keep me under your shield. And so it is, always and forever. And you can address that to your guides, your highest, and your guides who are here for your highest and greatest good from the highest light only. And you want to be very careful with your words there because you can have imposter guides. Imposter guides are possible. They happen to even myself. They happen to even some of the healers that I work with and train with. And it's not to say that we're not capable of doing what we're doing. It is really to say that we always have to check. We always got to make sure, and trust me, when there's one, we know pretty quickly and we get it cleared up right away. That's another talk and another service. So I will say, if you don't follow Laura Starr, I would definitely give her a follow on Facebook and check out her team. They do some really great work in that space, and I highly recommend them. So with your prayer of protection for the day, this needs to come from the heart. So I gave you a couple of options today. If you are Catholic and you went to Catholic church and you have prayers in your religion, no matter what religion, whether it's Islam and you have a surah that you like to repeat in the morning or the daytime, whatever your prayer is, allow that to be what comes out of you, because your connection and your intention with the energy that you're asking for is what will build that shield, is what will build that connection and that prayer for you. It's what will keep you safe, because it's all about you and your energy. So a lot of times in spirituality, people are looking for a step-by-step process on something to do. And the trick there is, as a metaphysical teacher, I can give you some of those places of where these are some general things that I would say. These are some general things that you could use and say. But when you take it within yourself, it's going to affect everyone differently. So you're actually going to have to connect with what you're doing from your own spirit team, from your own guides, from your own energy. And if you don't have any of that stuff built yet, don't worry about it. Just think of it as the energy that is outside of us, that is bigger than us, that is always guiding us, that is always driving us to the direction that we need to go in. So it will always come in and work on your higher power and your better half. When you are supposed to pray, let's talk about timing. So as I said all of this video, you want to do this in the morning. You want to do this first thing when you wake up. Okay, if you got to use the restroom, you got to brush your teeth, whatever. But allow this to be how you start your day. It will keep you shielded. It will keep you protected as you go through your day and your experiences, and it will place you in a higher level of vibration as you go through your day. I would also say this before bed, because as we've gone through the entire day, we need to clear our energy. You need to sage yourself lightly before bed. Burn some incense. Play some of those solfeggio sounds on the A word. If I say it, she'll start talking back to me, right? Use some tobacco water before you go to bed. Clear your space before you go to sleep. And allow your protection prayer at night to say, keep me safe and protected as I rest in my dreams, whatever it is you need. And if you're a holistic practitioner like me, then it's, if you need a night off from not working when you're asleep also, let your team know that, tonight I need a break. I just need to chill, to relax, just like let me sleep tonight and keep me safe and keep me sovereign. Okay? Okay. So another space you want to use prayer. I train a lot of Reiki practitioners and students. And so before you lay hands on a client, on yourself, you want to invoke prayer. You want to develop a protection prayer for yourself. That's going to look a little bit differently for my Reiki students, because you can also call on your lineage as you pray. You can say, I welcome in this Reiki light, this universal life force energy. I welcome in my lineage of Reiki masters who have trained before me. And I allow this Reiki energy to come through clearly from the highest of light, from my client's highest and greatest good, only and always. And so it is. Something very sweet, something very short. Once you start getting into that energy of prayer, you will see that your guides start working with you on what to say. Sometimes before I pray, before a shamanic session in particular, I do what's called opening space, and we'll talk about that another time. But as I'm opening up space, I'm calling to the different winds in the different directions, and they will tell me what I need to know for that session. Okay? When I am talking back and forth to the guides to call in and invoke them, they end up communing with me. So as a practitioner level, you want to start opening yourself up to that space so that you can hear what your guides are telling you before you work on someone. Okay? It's only going to make it better, healthier, and happier for both of you. And Morning and night. Yep, that was it. So lineage prayers, Reiki prayers, and invoking powerful deities. So a lot of us as practitioners or as just psychics and mediums, right? We do work with different energies, and some of us call on these energies like Kali or different types of, lineages and maybe your ancestors. But some of us, well, the way that I've been trained is when these energies, when it's time for them to work with you, they will come to you and you will receive them in a meditation. It's up to you to understand and commune with them and write out information about them. For instance, I recently had Horus come in a meditation with me, and that was probably over a month ago now. And as he's come, a lot of other things have started to unfold in the Egyptian pathway and in the Egyptian light. And other guides have come in as well in that space too. So it's up to you to also kind of do your research and find out about their story and learn about their history and learn about why they want to work with you and learn how they can help you, because they're coming to you for a reason. It may be for a specific client. It may be for a specific job that you're going to be getting that you may not even know yet. It may be to teach a class, right? So you want to work with these, what we call ascended masters. Those are that are from the higher levels of light, in order for you to commune with them. And so if there's any that are coming through, you can involve them in your prayer in the morning too. You definitely want to include them in how you address your energy and your energy field for the day, because they're part of that. All right. And if you're heavy into your ancestral work or into Yemoya or into any of the gods and goddesses, you also want to use that in your prayer as well. So that's what Spirit has to say about prayer and invoking prayer and some basic levels of protection. Again, that guide is up on my blog. It's metaphysicalwellnesscenter.com/blog, and you can start reading through a couple of them. There's some other things in there, like some journal prompts and some cute sets of quotes and information that can help you continue to build your protection routine. Okay? All right, so we're going to move into now this space where we pull cards for the different zodiac signs. So for the first week of July, man, it is July already. We want to tap into Spirit, and this is another place you pray. I didn't include this one because I just do it automatically. Also, that's another class. So you always want to clear your cards before you're using them, or any metaphysical tool before you're using it. And you want to connect with them and the highest of light only, right? Because these tools can attach to anything, right? That's why you don't pull cards when you're mad. You got to be in a clear head and a clear space. You have to be sitting with your spirit team. You have to meditate a little bit before you use them. You got to talk to them and tell them what you need. So as these cards are being cleared by my energy team, we welcome in the highest of light only for these card readings for the next week. What can the collective experience the next week for each zodiac sign? And we are going to start with the water signs. So that is Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Let's see. Let's start out with Pisces first. Oh, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Okay. So Pisces, your Queen of Wands is in reverse. So you're growing a lot and you're like really overwhelmed by all of it. You're not maybe even taking what's coming to you as a celebration, as something that you enjoy, because it's so much at one time. And your Eight of Wands is next, and it's also in reverse. So you're living in some like shadow energy right now, which is okay. Okay. The best thing to know about the next week is how to tackle when this is where you're at. So what the Eight of Wands is telling us is actually, instead of being overwhelmed by everything coming at you at one time, you got to be like, listen, this is how much energy I can give. This is where I'm at. And that's it. Because it's going to be so much, and because you're kind of you're in a protection position of power as opposed to a position of power. You want to allow things to happen naturally, as they are going to, but don't micromanage. Don't get in the nitty gritty of things. Don't worry about where this is going, where that's going. Just let it all happen, and say when you need help is also what I hear from spirit. Because you're not expected to do it all, and it's whatever is going on in your life. You're not in a position to be in charge. All right. So you got to let some other people around you be in charge and ask for help. And that's Pisces. Scorpio. And remember, this is for your sun, your moon, and your rising. And if you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, go look them up. You have a sun sign, which is your first sign, and you have a moon sign, which is your second, and you have a rising sign, which is like at what was coming up when you were born. And they all affect you differently. So this is for Scorpio. Scorpio, we have our Six of Swords, it's in reverse, and our Knight of Swords, which is in reverse. I don't know which one was first when I picked them up, but I think it was like this. All right. So you're slowing down in the things that you're stressing yourself out about. So my water signs, you're kind of like in chill mode this next week a little bit. And if you're not in chill mode, you need to be. Okay, that's the message, right? So your Knight of Swords is in reverse. So where you would have tackled something head on, where you were ready to do that, you kind of need to just sit back a little bit and see where spirit wants to guide you through all of it. Your Six of Swords is next. So you were kind of like, you were ready to let something go, but now you're not. Your energy needs to be filtered into where you can work together in this space so that you can grow how you want to and build what you want to. But just take a step back from being like the headstrong person in this, and just let your energy filter through how it needs to. All right. Your Cancers, our water signs Cancer, start out with our Five of Cups in reverse. So Cancer is having a little bit of, well, aren't they always, but you're having a bit of an emotional time, Cancer, and you're kind of looking at how you can disconnect from all of the emotional burden that you were always feeling, from all of the sadness, from all of the woes. You're not quite ready to accept the things that are bringing you joy in life, because your Sun card is also in reverse. So there's a lot that's around you that you could find beauty in, but for whatever reason, you're not seeing it that way. Cancer, you may actually need to have a session. You need to just have a Reiki session, book a session, and clear your energy, because this feels like a very much depressed state and sadness state. And so there's it is surrounding money also, likely because your Ten of Pentacles is next, but this is like how your family is running, what it is that you're doing for your household, and how money is coming in for that. And so if you were working for or looking for new ideas in that space, I would actually take a pause on that too. So water signs, we are all on pauses this week. So where you were moving forward strongly, this is a space to now step back a little bit and just let things play out. All right. Whew. Clear water signs from us. Fire signs, you are next. Let's go Sag, Aries, and Leo. Sag, Aries, and Leo. All right. Our Sages, you are in hermit mode 100. Okay. You are ready to just chill. You're ready to let go of caring about so many things all at once. And it's really to your benefit to seek more meditation, to seek more. It's like the things that you were kind of always letting influence your energy, they're being turned down right now. And you're coming into this space of like a sovereignty is what I hear, but it's like where you feel clearer minded. And if you don't feel clear minded, you need to get to that space where you feel clear minded. Your Queen of Cups is also in reverse. So there may be some loss of opportunity, some loss of like how you were in charge of things, or maybe like what you were using in your life in order for you to move forward with growth and with finances, or not finances, with your energy, with like abundance. And what, it's not finances, it's like the energy that you bring to something is kind of what I'm trying to say, right? So you're a little bit dimmed also this week, Sag, but it's really just to let things kind of unfold and fall into place. Remember, the moon cycle that we're in right now, it's still kind of like letting things go. And those things that are not really for us need to still kind of filter out. Okay. All right. So Aries, you're walking away. I mean, you're always a force to be reckoned with, Aries, but your Eight of Cups is you're walking away from something. You're ready for a new horizon. You're ready for a new opportunity, a new growth cycle. And it's time. It's time for you to let it go. Now your King of Wands is in reverse. So your partner may not be doing the same thing if you have one. And if you don't, this is a space where that thing that you wanted so badly, you realize you don't want anymore. And so you're not wanting to grow or develop in that area, whether it's a job, a relationship, a friend, whatever. You're kind of wanting to just let that go. So again, a lot of releasing and letting go. Now our Leos are in the Chariot phase. So you're moving forward. You're moving forward with like balance, with ease. This is a phase like that you have to be in with yourself, Leo. So if you're not used to being the person who drives the force, who moves the energy forward, then you got to get used to that a little bit. And it seems like you're not, because your Five of Swords is next. Like you're kind of letting things go to your head, and you're getting really stressed and anxious and worried about things that you don't need to be. I think we're almost going to hit Leo season soon. So you're finishing a year as well. And so you have to look at moving out of that life cycle and into your next life cycle. Just look up your numerology for your annual year and see what number you're moving into, because that could probably give you a lot of answers too. So again, your Chariot, you're moving forward, but it's like you're really like mentally distressed about how you're moving forward because you haven't done this way yet, is what Spirit says. You haven't done this way yet, so it feels a little uncomfortable and a little bit different. So just go in knowing that it's okay, that it doesn't feel how it usually feels, doesn't feel very excitable like your energy always says. It's Spirit's way of training you on how to grow into the energy you need to. All right. Earth signs. Give me a second. All right, Spirit. We have Earth signs. My Virgos, my Caps, my Taurus. Virgo. What does Virgo expect? Of course, I have a ton of cards because I am a Virgo. Capricorn. What can Capricorns expect next week, Spirit? What do Capricorns expect? And Taurus. Oh, all right. Well, dang. Okay, Taurus. All right. My Virgos, it's kind of similar to water signs. You were ready to start something new, but it really feels like let something go, because that's what I was going to say. But you realize you don't want to. You realize you're not ready to move in that direction. You're kind of you're holding on a little bit to it, and that's okay. You're not ready to make a decision or a choice in that way yet. The Page of Pentacles comes in because you need to have balance in your finances and in your money. So she's going to kind of decide when that balance comes in, how it comes in, and when it's ready for you to make moves in that direction, whatever that means for you, Virgo. And then your Lover's card comes in because they can actually help you bring balance to things. And you need to rely on them a little bit more, whoever your partner is. And if you don't have a partner, then this message isn't for you. I'm talking to all the other Virgos. Okay? Okay. Page of Wands comes next because you're ready and you're excited to do something new, to grow in a new direction. So these ways that Spirit have been communicating with you, these downloads you've been receiving, these new opportunities, new jobs, new friends, new things, let them be a part of your life. Let them be the thing that you grow into because they're coming to you for a reason. All right. And so if you didn't leave this space yet, it probably is because you have still some growth to do here and some lessons to learn, because we don't go through motions just to go through motions, especially not a Virgo. Trust me, when I'm done, I'm done. I'm done and I'm out. You won't even see me again, ever. So let yourself know that it's not the time. You're still experiencing this space for a reason, and there may even be some, with the Lover's card, something that you really actually enjoy about it. You just don't maybe want to admit it. So let yourself be happy. Okay, Virgo? Stop overthinking. You're always up in your head, overthinking everything. It's all right. I'm you. You're me. Capricorns. Capricorns, of course, you're always about your money. So you're doing really well, Caps. Your 9 of Pentacles is going well. You have finances that are going well. You know what you want to build and how you want to build it, and it's working. So Capricorns, good job. Knight of Pentacles, though, is in reverse. So the way that you normally would have spent your money and seen your money and invest your money is a little bit off right now. It's a little bit shaky. So even though you know where your money is going, you may have made some bad investments. You may have made some spaces or put your money into places where you shouldn't. So just be mindful of what you're doing with this. And if you need more, just book a reading if you need to dive into that more, because it feels like there's a whole lot more there that's going on with that one. Just know that it's not the time to make rash decisions. It's just my regular, what I'm hearing from Spirit, not a card. It's really time for you to center yourself and your energy with everything, so it can dictate how you move forward and how you grow. Taurus, you have 2 of Pentacles. You're indecisive about a decision that you've got to make. You got to be able to look at 2 sides of the coin. You got to look at the light and the dark of it. What is the benefit of doing this, and what's the negative of doing this, right? I hate to say negative, but it's like the lesser liked thing of doing it. Ultimately, you can't make a wrong decision. We know that in life, but also because your Magician card is next. So whatever you choose is the right choice. You are ready to build something new and to grow something.